All right, so workout number 3, guys. This is your entire team. It gives you a little bit of a break after the first 2. This takes a lot of teamwork and communication if you want a high score. This is one person working at a time. All athletes not working must be inside their athlete box. There will be a big enough area for you guys to stand and to stay safe. And I'll explain that here in a second. So starting with the first movement, we have overhead squat. This is for scaled and RX. So you can full snatch your first one. It's a pretty simple movement, guys. She's going to power snatch this up, go in overhead position. And what we're looking for is hip crease clearly below 90. She stands all the way up, and then she can go back down, okay? And one more. Okay, so she's going to set this bar down. Just make sure you stand all the way up. At this lighter weight, it's really easy to get that mute hip and not stand all the way up. Just listen to your judge. They are going to judge you, okay? They're going to hold the standard all the way through. The next movement we have for RX is pistols. Guys, on the pistols, a couple of things. See if she can do this pull. So, just go ahead and demo pistol. Good, and up. So, on that pistol, guys, first you can use one leg all the way through if you want. If you have one cool leg, one stanky leg, I understand. You use your good leg if you need to. But she can grab her toe, but we cannot do this pigeonhole hold thing with your foot, okay, where you cross it across your leg to do a pistol. If she is going to do one leg, she steps out, she's got her leg, she stands up. This foot must go back to the ground before she does her next one. Then she can grab and go again. Okay? So if you're going to hold your foot, you cannot just sit here on one foot holding it, going up and down on one leg. The other foot must come together. If she stands up out of her pistol and she stumbles, regain her composure. Foot must be brought down beside the other foot. Okay? So that means none of this. Your feet can't be separated by a huge amount. All right? The next thing, she goes down, the front party heel hits. Just skip, yeah, it's done. Ain't going to count. So, party heel can't touch. Stand back up, just redo the rep. All right? For scale, what we're going to have is jumping air squats. So, clear break of 90. So, you're going to jump all the way up, and her knees, hips lock out, her feet leave the ground. I don't care how high you jump. We just got to see some air underneath the feet. Let's go again. Good. What we don't want is that big chest leaning forward and doing, it looks fun. None of that, all right? So make sure your hips are open and your knees are locked out. Get some air underneath your feet, okay? Next thing we have is the toe to bar. Here's where it comes very important to keep your people out of, or inside your box and out of everybody else's way. We're going to have a designated area down here. We did this our last event because we had something similar. There's going to be what we call a highway. You must enter and exit this, okay, once you leave your box. Meaning, when Angie needs to go to the pull-up break, she's got to exit. She's going to follow the highway down, okay, where it clears out. Then she's going to go across to her pull-up area, all right? So she's going to go over to her spot, okay? This is what she has to do. Now, she must retrace her steps. So when she wants to tag her next teammate to take over toe to bar, she must follow the highway back all the way and then cut inside their box, okay? You cannot cut through people's lanes to get here, all right? So, toe to bar. So you're gonna jump up. Both feet must hit between your hands at the same time. No tap, tap, okay? Pretty simple, guys. This is a very basic movement in CrossFit. For scale, we will allow knees to elbow. As always, you can hit anywhere between your knee or your elbow and your armpit. So as long as your both knees make contact at the same time in that area, we're going to count those. Go ahead and demo that, please. And just doing one. She obviously don't like those. No. And last but not least, we'll discuss this today, but you must face out on every movement on the rig, okay? So let's say she just did all those. She's going to head back, retrace her steps, go back down. She's going to turn into the lane or down the highway. She's going to come right back into her lane, okay? She would tag the next person, and then they would come out, and they would go to the handstand push-up station. Now, if you want to go from toe to bar to handstand push-up, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to come back down the highway. So we'll say that she tagged herself. She's going to go back out. Handstand push-ups. You can come up and get some of those. Handstand push-up, kick up, guys. I don't care if your head's on the mat first. I don't care if you stand or kick all the way up with your head or a handstand hold. Go ahead. She's up in a position. Head touches the mat. We're looking for heels to be on the wall when the arms are locked out. So if she does some where her heels come off the wall before she's locked out, see if she can. Okay, it's very hard to do. It's hard to do until you get really tired. So if she locks out and her heels don't touch and she comes off the wall, you're gonna have to redo it. If you lock out and your heels don't touch and then you touch them locked out, they're good to go. All right. For scale, we'll have a 15-pound plate underneath your ab mat. All right. Let's go back here. So go back down the highway. The last movement. All right. 15 overhead barbell lunge. Turn it a little bit. This is 15 overhead barbell lunge for RX. Scale, you're doing a front rack lunge, and you must alternate feet. Couple things. 1, overhead position, however you want to hold it. 2, knee has to clearly touch the ground. Foot must clearly come back beside your foot, and you must alternate. Okay, you cannot go forward with these. You also can't step halfway back and then bring your back foot forward. Okay? Must clearly be back to your foot. Let me set that down. Front rack, I guess. Front rack's the same, guys. Just hold in the front rack position. Alternate feet, knee touches, foot comes back. And that's it.